Booyakasha! We are fucking live. Booyaka, booyaka. Booyaka, booyaka. Anyways. Greetings, everybody. Hope you had a great Tuesday. I'm on my nightly drive. And, you know what we do when we go on our nightly drive? We have our beautiful MMA show. So yeah, we got Josh Emmett versus Topuria. But before I get into any of these fights, right? Before I get into any of this, I gotta talk about what happened today first, because it is a very funny story. So we got me, the lady, and her sisters, right? And we're going to Goodwill, the thrift shop, whatever. We're going to get some clothes for this, like, Shrek rave thing that's going on. It's going to be fun, whatever. So we're looking around, this and that. And then we're walking around, and I stumble upon a massage table, right? Can you believe it? I stumbled upon... It was like brand new. It was a brand new massage table. So I like open it up. I check it. Like it even smells brand new. Like you know, you got that brand new furniture smell. Smells brand new. Like you could tell, like it's nothing, not even touched. Right? $40. And usually these massage tables can go from like $200, $250, even like $500. Right? So I'm like, wow, what a great steal. And so as I'm like opening it, kind of looking at it, whatever, I see this guy come in, right? He's like a middle-aged man, right? And he's got these crazy neon green, like over-ear headphones, right? Like for a middle-aged man, like what is this? He comes up to me, and he goes, he has like an accent, you know? He goes, oh, what is this? What is this? And I'm like... oh, it's a massage table. Can you believe it? You know, I'm telling him, like, yeah, look, it's all brand new. Like, look at this, not even a scratch on it, whatever. And I can kind of, he's getting closer and closer. He's, like, trying to touch it and whatever. And I'm like, all right, I see what's going on here. So I'm trying to, like, close it, right? I'm closing it, and it has little handles. And as I'm grabbing it, right, I'm grabbing it, he goes, no, it's okay. I take this, right? And I'm like, no, it's all right. I got it, bro. And he goes, oh. Right? He goes, oh. And he just looks at me confused, like, oh. Right? Like, how could I? How dare you? Right? Hey, I found it first, not you. How are you gonna take something that I found? Motherfucker. You know? So I'm walking with this thing. It's kind of heavy. I'm walking with this thing. I'm trying to find the wifey. I'm like, yo, babe, look what I found. Can you believe it? Right? And she goes, oh, wow, that's really cool. That's really neat. Da-da-da. She's like, yeah. And then another funny, but she goes, what are you going to use it for? Can you believe women sometimes? How funny they are? What are you going to use it for? You're asking me what I'm going to use a massage table for? Hey, don't get me wrong. If I was like an expert craftsman, right away, I'd be drilling a hole right in the middle of that SOB for a milking experience. All right? Fucking, yeah, it's going to be a milking table, honey. What the fuck? But anyway, so, that would be great, by the way. No, but, so she's like, what are you going to use it for? I'm like, so you can massage me? I can massage you. You know, maybe my mom, you know, can get it real good under her shoulder, neck, whatever, my dad, whoever, you know. She goes, oh, okay, yeah, that's nice. Is it going to fit in the car? I'm like, duh, right? Then out of the corner of my eye, the guy fucking followed me. He fucking followed me, and he's like looking at me. And, you know, he's like a middle-aged man, maybe closer to his 50s, right? So I'm not going to just like call him out and try to make a scene. And he eventually walked away. And I'm telling you, for like 10, 15 minutes while I had this thing in my hands, I was the most popular guy in the entire fucking Goodwill. Everybody was like, where'd you find that? Oh, that's so neat. Oh, that's so cool, blah, blah, blah. You know, do they have another one? I could use this for my lashes. It's like, holy shit, am I the most popular guy in fucking Goodwill? Holy shit. But, yeah, put it in my car, and now, ya boy, Yabachaba'S. Oh, no! No! Mi video! Wow. That is very funny. But you know what? I'm not going to edit that out. I am not going to edit that out. That is pure comedy. You even hear my little fucking Mario voice kick in. Too funny. But anyways, so that happened today. And then the little accident with the phone happened. Let's get back to business. So anyways, we got Josh Emmett versus Ilia Topuria. And it's in Jacksonville. And taking a look at this card, I gotta say, you know, I would have expected the Cannonier Vittori card to happen in Jacksonville on ABC rather than at the Apex. Like, I think they should have switched these two, but, you know, who am I, right? But, anyways, I wrote down some of these fights that I think are going to be interesting or to keep an eye on, right? I'm actually just going to do this so it's a little bit safer. So we got the first fight of the night, Cedriques Dumas versus Cody Brundage. So Cody Brundage in his last fight fought against Adolfo Vieira, and I remember he was like on a couple of podcasts talking about the fight, and he's like, I can dictate where this fight goes and da-da-da. And really, looking back at that fight, Adolfo Vieira really did a great job of, you know, defending the takedowns. His striking looked much improved, like really improved. And Cody kind of felt a little bit lost in there, especially lost in terms of him not being able to get it to the mat the way he wanted it to. He kind of just froze up in there a little bit, and I believe he got submitted. And you know, I think Cody has I think he's extremely talented. I think he has a lot of talent in terms of his wrestling chops. His striking has really good power. So I definitely think he's gonna stick around. He's definitely green for sure. He's definitely a lot of, like, more of the lower entry of the middleweights. And then you got Cedriques Dumas. His last fight he lost because the guy took him down, you know, kind of held him down, right? So you can obviously see that Cedriques definitely has a weak spot in terms of the grappling. But when I watch this guy in the Contender Series, I can see that this guy got some serious hands. He's got some serious hands, serious power, good combinations. And I could tell he just it's kind of weird to explain it, but he just knows how to fight. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you. Like, he just knows, he just has instincts, like just natural instincts of fighting. So I'm curious to see if Dumas improved on his grappling game, because I could tell in that fight he knew how to use the frames, trying to get up and whatever, but really was just kind of lacking in keeping it standing, rather than get taken down, get back up, 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 right? So hopefully he made those adjustments. If I had to pick, I always say, I usually favor the grapplers in this, but I'm gonna root for my boy Dumas because I heard he's a Floridian. I heard. So then next fight we got Tatsuro Taira versus Clayton Rodriguez. So this Tatsuro guy is undefeated. Young prospect from Japan. I believe his last fight, I can't remember. I can't really see what it said. Just give me a little sticky note I'm using. Yeah, he's undefeated. I believe he's 13-0. And from what I could tell, this guy is pretty solid. His striking's on point. His grappling's on point for sure. His wrestling's on point. He's very fast, very agile, a lot of fast twitch muscle fiber going on in there. He's young, he's hungry. And I think in terms of Japanese MMA, this guy could be something, right? But we don't know that yet because he's still a newcomer in the UFC. He's only had a couple UFC fights, so we'll see where he goes from there. This Clayton Rodriguez guy, he's also not a slouch too, so he's also very well-rounded. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this fight. I'm very, I'm looking forward to it. Like, when was the last time we had a Japanese MMA star? Did we even have a Japanese MMA, Japanese UFC champion? I don't think so. Right? I don't even think that's happened yet. So, let's see. We shall see what happens. And I got high hopes for Mr. Tatsuro Taira. And then we got my boy. We got Trevor Peak versus Joe Mariscal. I don't know how to say that. Joe Mariscal, whatever. I don't know who this Joe Mariscal guy. I think this guy came in on short notice. Gotta make sure I don't die. This is I-4 after all. So yeah, we got my boy Trevor Peak, and the reason why I say he's my boy is because I was watching this guy in the Contender Series, right? He's got a fucking cool-ass Tennessee accent, right? Super strong Tennessee accent. And this guy just loves to fucking bang, right? That's what he does. Okay, this guy's head is in the shape of a fucking cinder block. He likes to fucking bang. His last 3 wins were by fucking knockout. And when he touches people, they don't move. This guy TKOs people. When I touch them, they don't fucking move. Who the fuck is that guy? Right? Anyways. So yeah, Trevor Peak, this guy's a fucking knockout artist. He's like a little mini, southern version of Chuck Liddell. Right? He looks like Chuck Liddell's fucking son or some shit, right? With minus the mohawk. No, but I really like this kid's fighting style. Kid, like I'm fucking Dana White. I like this guy's fighting style, right? I think he's explosive. He's fun. He comes in there to knock your fucking head off. And he's got the coolest accent in the world. And I can't help but every time that I watch this guy fight, because, I was watching him on the Contender Series, and I was watching it with my boy, Mr. Weezord, and he was talking, he's like saying Tennessee, and then the Contender Series fight starts, and the whole time, like, get him, boy, go on now, go on, get him, boy, go on now. I just kept saying that for, like, the entire time until he knocked the dude out. Go on, boy, get him, boy, go on, get him. Get him, boy. So I'm gonna be rooting for my boy Trevor. I hope he gonna knock the goddamn fucking head off this motherfucker right here, because he ain't know what the hell done hit him. All right, when Trevor hits you with one of them sledgehammer, boy, let me tell you something. He going to tell you something. When he hits you with them goddamn sledgehammers, you're gonna fucking night-night. All right, you're gonna take a big old dirt nap. And you ain't gonna fucking wake up. You ain't even know where your drawers are at. Nothing. Okay? So, hoorah, Trevor. I'll be rooting for you, boy. Then we got Mateusz Rebecki versus Loic Rajabov, whatever. Yeah, I don't know who this Loic guy is. Loic. I just had to write him down because can't just talk about one guy and not know the other guy's name. So yeah, Mateusz Rebecki, he fought in the Contender Series. He's built like a fire hydrant. This guy obviously knows. Sorry. This guy obviously knows how to wrestle very well. He's extremely powerful. He's from Poland. And he's a powerhouse. He's got a very nasty, just, God, why did I sign up to do this type of style? Like, he'll just fucking take you down, fucking just grind on you, pummel you, beat your fucking head in, right? And he'll just non-stop type of grind type of shit. So, this guy, you know, is very promising, this Rebecki guy. This Loic, I've never seen him fight. And I believe he's also maybe last minute too, I think. I don't know. But we'll see. Usually with these preview shows, it's so funny. Like, I talk about one guy, I'm like, oh yeah, this guy is pretty good. You never know, da-da-da, right? I saw this, whatever. And then next thing you know, it's like his opponent that did something crazy. And I'm like, oh shit. In the fucking reaction video, I'm like, oh shit, this fucking guy. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with that fight. I'm very, very pumped to see how that fight goes down. And so, this next fight, I'm very surprised that this is a fucking prelim. This is surprising to me. Why is Neil Magny versus Phil Rowe on the prelim? And everybody says, oh, but actually, if you're the headliner of the prelim, it's actually like, it's like two shows. You have the prelims and you have the main card, and you're basically main eventing the prelims. No, bitch. Ain't nobody want to fucking hear that shit. How you gonna do my boy Neil Magny like this, dog? How you gonna do my boy Neil Magny like this, dog? He's got like, what, the fucking most wins in welterweight history type shit. He's got like crazy amount of octagon time in there. He holds a whole bunch of fucking records. How dare you do my boy Neil Magny dirty, right? He's a fucking legend, okay? And then you got Phil Rowe, who is very tight. I really like this guy's fighting style. And it's crazy how they match these two together, because they both basically have the same fucking frame. Like, they're long, tall, crazy reach, and they definitely both know how to fight tall. But I would say I would give the power advantage to Phil Rowe, because he is on a knockout streak. And his last fight was against Nico Price, which I saw, by the way, in Orlando. Get it? Orlando? No. Yeah, but I saw it in I saw this fight in Orlando, and I was very impressed. It was a war. It was a back and forth affair. Craziness, right? Crazy pace. Unbelievable. The whole arena erupted when he got the knockout. So, yeah. And then Neil Magny, on the other hand, he's kind of doing the win-loss tango, right? I win and I lose it. I win and I lose it, you know? He lost to Gilbert Burns by arm triangle. Fight before that, he whoops D-Rod's ass. Fight before that, he loses to fucking Shavkat. And let me tell you a real quick story about that fight, Shavkat and Neil Magny. I had Shavkat by third round finish, right? I love my boy Neil, but I just knew this Shavkat cat, this guy is fucking, he's something else. I don't know where they got this guy from, but this dude's nasty. And, hey, that's why Hamzat moved up, because he doesn't want to deal with that guy. So I had third round finish for Shavkat, right? Tell me how it's the second round, fucking like 10 fucking seconds left. Like 10 seconds left. And Shavkat gets him in a fucking guillotine, I think. And I'm like, please, Neil, no, you can hold on. Please don't tap. Please don't tap. Please, no. Tap the next round. Don't do this to me. I could have won like $500. Because like a round 3 finish was like plus 1,000 type odds, which was crazy, right? Make sure. Oh yeah, by the way, I know there's like some, like anytime it would rumble like this, it would kind of get a little glitchy. So maybe if I hold the mic, it sounds better. I'm not sure what made those sounds, but yeah, he fucking tapped. He fucking tapped with like 3 seconds left, that son of a bitch. You know? But yeah, so back to Neil Magny, Phil Rowe. I gotta say, I might have to go with the younger buck on this one, you know? Even though Neil Magny's fought the higher caliber opponents, he's a legend, he's a vet, he's fucking been there, done that type shit. You know, I just feel like, you know, I don't know, you just feel like sometimes, you know, young man's game, you know, Phil Rowe is younger, he's got this and that, so, I don't know, we'll see. We'll definitely see. But if I had to pick one, I would go Phil Rowe, probably by decision, because Neil Magny, it's not easy to finish that guy, right? He's been submitted. He has been submitted a couple times, but yeah, we'll see. So Phil Rowe by decision. Then we got Brendan All-In Allen versus Bruno Silva, and I gotta say, this Brendan Allen cat, he's really hit or miss, you know? It's either this guy looks like a world beater, or this guy gets fucking knocked out, or looks shitty, right? But recently, as of late, he's on a 4-fight win streak. And on top of that, his last win was a submission against Andre Muniz, which is pretty remarkable because this Andre Muniz cat submitted fucking Jacare and broke his arm. Now that is crazy, right? So then you got Bruno Silva, who's coming off of a KO of Brad Tavares, which that was a really good fight too. So you got Bruno Silva, who's got really heavy hands, pretty good jiu-jitsu, stood toe-to-toe with Pereira, right? Like, how do you go toe-to-toe with Pereira, make it a close fight, interesting fight, whatever, then you get absolutely cream-pied by Gerald Meerschaert? By the Sharp Man himself? Right? So, these two are both like on and off, hot and cold, icy hot. They're just both hot and cold. So, my pick, I would say, I don't know, I gotta say, Brendan Allen's, one of his weaknesses is that he gets hit. His defense is muy mal, no bueno. No good. So if I had to pick, I'm gonna say Silva by first round KO. I hate to say it, but Brendan Allen does get wobbled quite a bit. He's been knocked out a few times. I know he's young. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. But I don't know. I feel like something with this Bruno Silva cat, like his hands are made of sledgehammers. This guy just knocks people out all the time. So I'll give it to Silva. Then we got, oh yeah, David Onama versus Gabriel Santos. So Onama, I honestly just remember him from that fight with fucking Nate the Train, baby. Nate the Train in the UFC. I just remember that fight with Nate the Train with David Onama, right? That was a fucking crazy fight. Because you had David Onama basically knocking him out. Hopefully this doesn't, the audio isn't too bad. Basically had David Onama knocking him out. And, not knocking him out, knocking him down, sorry. And I thought the fight was over. He was dropped pretty bad. And David Onama kind of gassed himself out trying to finishing Nate Landwehr, and then Nate comes back and brings the crowd in. It was just a crazy fight. Before that fight, though, David Onama has a couple finishes, submission, a knockout. He's definitely very talented. And then you got Gabriel Santos. His last fight, I believe he got robbed, but I believe he came in that fight on short notice. He's really good, too. So I'm expecting a very good fight. There's a reason, like, these matchmakers, they're extremely smart. There's a reason why this fight is on the main card particularly. They want a lot of eyes on these two young guys, these young guns, right? So that's going to be a very interesting fight. So if I had to pick, I don't know, if I had to pick, I mean, I'd probably lean towards Onama maybe by first round KO, but then there's Gabriel Santos guy. He's also no slouch either. So we'll see how this goes too. I wouldn't be surprised if Santos like styles on him, because I'm telling you, this cat, he's good. He's very good. So then we got, Austin Lane versus Justin Tafa, right? And I know recently Austin Lane, he just got a knockout in the Contender Series, right? He came back to the Contender Series and got a knockout, but I just remember him getting floored by fucking Greg Hardy. I almost said Jeff Hardy. I forgot how he did it. So yeah, he got floored by Greg Hardy bad. Like, I remember, like, Greg fucking hit him once, and then he was like looking like, what are all these stars doing here? Then he got hit with another one that put him night-night. So then we got him versus Justin Tafa. And Tafa's been looking good recently. He's got a couple knockouts in a row, right? Looking like a little Mark Hunt in there, right? Mark Hunto. I miss Mark Hunt, but it's okay because we got Justin Tafa, and we got, oh my god, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. My memory's going to shit. Shoey guy. Oh my god. Bam Bam. Bam Bam Tuivasa. How can I forget that? How dare I? How dare I forget Bam Bam? Yeah, I also saw Bam Bam, by the way. A little side story. I saw him in Orlando when he got absolutely cremated by the real Vanilla Gorilla, not Chase Sherman. Chase Sherman's not the Vanilla Gorilla. Sergey Pavlovich. That's the fucking Vanilla Gorilla. That guy, if you were to take an ape from the zoo, like a silverback gorilla or ape, whatever, and turn it albino or pasty white, that is Sergey Pavlovich. He is a fucking animal. Like, his arms, it's crazy. Like, I don't even know. But anyways, so that was crazy to see Tuivasa get floored like that in the first round, like, quickly. But anyway, so we got, I don't even know why I'm talking about them two. We got Justin Tafa versus Austin Lane. And really how I see this fight going down is Austin Lane seems to be the quicker guy, more athletic type of guy. Of course, they're heavyweights, so they got power. But me personally, I think Justin Tafa, this guy, is getting into the groove. It looks like his striking is a little bit more polished up. And I'm going to go with Justin Tafa first round knockout. First round, quick 6. That is a quick 6. And then we got the co-main event, which, hear me out, okay? I love women's MMA. As a matter of fact, I think, actually, in my opinion, I should say, women's MMA is my favorite women's sport to watch, besides beach volleyball. Other than that, it's women's MMA, right? I love it. especially like the higher level women MMA, right? Like the Shevchenkos, Zhang Wei Li, the Rose, you know what I mean? Amanda Nunes, like, you know, all like the top elite women's fighters. I like to watch that. When you get down to the, you know, outer 15 range, and, you know, maybe even some in the top 15-ish area, like 15, 13, you know, it's a little, you know, how do I say this without being mean? You know, it's kind of like watching two third graders fight, you know. It's not the most entertaining. They do the same throw, right? It's the head throw, right? Like the little trip, head and arm throw, right? That's what it's called, the head and arm throw. You know, it's like they keep doing that all the time, right? And I hate that throw. You know why I hate that throw? Because it's so easy to take your fucking back doing that throw. But they all do it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But for some reason, they always fucking do it. And I don't know why. I hate it. I hate seeing it. I hate that throw. And all lower level women fighters, even some higher level women fighters too, you do that throw. It's a pet peeve of mine. But anyways, so I don't know why this is a co-main event and not fucking Neil Magny, Phil Rowe, which is weird, but whatever. So I believe we got Amanda Ribas versus Macy Barber. So you know how I said earlier about like the lower level, it's kind of like not really fun to watch, kind of like whatever, kind of a slop fest. This fight's going to be kind of a slop fest. Do I see Macy Barber having championship potential? No. Do I see Amanda Ribas having championship potential? No. Does Amanda Ribas have pretty good jiu-jitsu? Sure. Does Macy Barber have... I don't even know what she has. I really don't. Like, nothing impresses me of her. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being honest. Why is this the co-main? What, because they're two girls that are somewhat decent looking? Is that what it is? What is this? Why is this the co-main event? You got Neil Magny, who's a goddamn legend, right? Most wins in welterweight fucking history. You got these two beds fighting. What the fuck, lad? You got these two birds fucking fighting in the co-main for no reason. Anyways. Yeah, you know, am I gonna watch it? Yeah, right? You know, whatever. I'm gonna watch it, but Macy Barber is gonna be throwing these punches from like a mile away, shadow boxing, trying to find her distance, and Amanda Ribas is, you know, just there trying to get a takedown or whatever. My friend, by the way, the Wizard, aka Joey, he loves chick fights. Any kind of chick fights. I love chick fights too, but like I said, the higher level ones, right? I'm rambling. Let's just get to the pick. The fucking pick, I think, or whatever, these two broads, I don't know. I'm just gonna fucking eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. No, you are the one, my mother, and that one. All right, Amanda Ribas. Amanda Ribas by draw. There we go, by a draw. This is how it is. She's going to win by draw. Even though draw means there's no winner, she's going to win by draw because I said so. Then we got the main event of the evening. How dare I not remember in the last video that this was the fucking main event. We got Josh Emmett, a.k.a. the old little gargoyle, versus Kenny Florian. I mean, Ilia Topuria. So this Ilia Topuria cat, I had no idea he was undefeated. Right? Wow, 13-0? Are you kidding me? So that's pretty interesting. And then we got Josh Emmett, who only has 3 losses. And the first loss was like way back when. to some guy named Desmond Green or some shit. And then you got the loss to Jeremy Stevens, which happened in 2018, which was fucking almost 5 years ago. And then recently to Yair Rodriguez, right, in Australia. So here's the thing. When I look at this fight, Josh Emmett really surprises me. Even though he's an old little bastard, he's very explosive for his, still very explosive, very quick, pretty quick. Not as quick as Jair. Like that, I don't know how to say it. Jair. He, wow. That fight was just insane. But Emmett caught Yair with a lot of shots, so don't get it twisted. He can still throw them bangs. But Yair just has a fucking concrete chin. Wow. So, I think Emmett is still pretty good. I think his skill level is still really good. I think he's still a top 5. I still think he's a contender. But here's the problem, right? Where's the motivation? You just went to Australia. You just had a chance to touch gold, and you lost. You're 38, and now you find yourself in a position where you're fighting Ilia Topuria, an up-and-comer. His biggest win to date was against Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell's not bad, but that's just his biggest win of recent, right? So, on paper, of course, Josh Emmett has the better resume. He's beaten the better people. He's been in there with the better people. But then you got Ilia Topuria, who you put any, you line 13 of an up, 13 of all his opponents up, and they all fell down. So he's 13-0. You got the young buck, old guard. It's the classic, old guard versus the new guard type of deal. But in terms of skill set, I gotta say, Josh Emmett in his previous fight looked pretty good against Yair. It was just that Yair was just on a whole nother level. But you would have put Josh Emmett in there with any other featherweight besides Volk or Yair, I would say. I would say you put him in there even, besides, also Max too, but you put him in there with anybody else like a Cater or whatever. On that night, he would have been putting a lot of people to bed. So he's definitely got a lot better with like the combinations, his head movement, getting in and out, whatever. For sure. Like when he fought, I think Cater was his last win, right? When he fought Cater the last time, I wasn't really impressed. I thought Cater won that fight, but then again, both of them really didn't want to engage too much because they both knew like, hey, I could go night night anytime. I don't want to go night night. Haven't had my milk yet. But Topuria, on the other hand, this guy's a dog. He really is. He fought. Am I playing with a stick? Like I got fucking ADD, ADHD, whatever. He fought. Oh my goodness, what's that guy's name? Oh, you heard that crack? Yeah. What's that guy's name? Black Country Banger. He trains at Leon's gym. God, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. So he fought that guy in England, I remember, and he got head kicked real bad. Like I thought he was knocked out by the head kick. Comes back and knocks him the fuck out. That was fucking crazy. Can't remember the guy top Black Country Banger. Knocks him the fuck. That was crazy, right? Against what's the guy's name? His last fight. Yeah, Bryce Mitchell. I'm fucking all over the place. Against Bryce Mitchell, that was just a straight up beatdown. That was a straight up beatdown. Bad. Just the grappling was on point. The striking was just nasty. The jab. Like you could tell, like this guy's the real deal, right? But here's the thing, right? 13-0 against lower competition opponents, you kind of take that in consideration. Then you got Emmett, who just had his dreams crushed. He's 38. In that fight, did he look bad? No, but he did get outclassed. But Yair, like I said, was on a different level that night, so I don't really take that into consideration as Josh Emmett doing bad. It was just Yair was just that good. So, when it comes to picking, I gotta say, I think, man, I'm really stumped on this one. God, you know, I think it's going to be Topuria. Yeah. I think it's going to be Topuria by knockout. Topuria by knockout. Something's just telling me this is going to be his breakthrough fight. Like, I remember when Ngannou fought Overeem, and this is a big test for Ngannou. He hasn't fought anybody like Overeem, and da-da-da, and Overeem was like, yeah, I'm going to, show him who's this and that, and next thing you know, he's a fucking Pez dispenser. So, yeah, I got Topuria by knockout. I think the crowd, the Jacksonville crowd, is going to go nuts, and it's going to be by KO. And what's crazy is I saw Josh Emmett in Orlando, like when he fought Jeremy Stevens, that only lost before Yair. And watching him get floored by Jeremy Stevens is pretty scary. So maybe there's a Florida curse. Who knows? But I do wish Josh Emmett well. But like I said, you know, he just had his dreams crushed. He's 38. Who knows how much longer he's going to be doing this, right? So this really could be a make or break fight for him. Really could be. But I got Topuria by knockout. My boy, the Wizard, he says Topuria by second round sub. I couldn't get my boy Willie walkthroughs. I don't know what he's doing. He's probably recording his videos or something. But if I had to guess what he's picking, he's probably picking Topuria as well. So, yeah. There we go. Those are my picks. Here's these fucking... Holy crap. These fucking sticky notes. You know. This show is just all over the place. You got my fucking phone dropping. You got the fucking Goodwill story. Oh, and... I got to tell you guys something. So I recently started crack, right? And I even got some right here. You see that? This is what we call that good stuff, okay? I wish there was a fucking sponsor, because that'd be the best sponsor ever. But sadly, I only get like 10 views per video right now. But it'll change. This is that crack, that cocaine, okay, man? Hey, man. This is that good shit, man. Let me do the Connor real quick. Let me do the... Yeah, this is how you pick your nose, right? Trying to act all nonchalant. That son of a bitch. So this shit right here, I gotta thank the lady for getting me this, because I fucking love it. Why did I have to bring it up? I don't know why. Because I fucking felt like it, and it's the Yabachaba'S show. On the Yabachaba'S show, anything goes down. Hey, one day you might see me in a fucking street fight, and I'll just fucking sit down and record it. But anywho, I've rambled on long enough. I appreciate you guys, whoever it is, watching my show. I hope the audio didn't kind of vibrate like it did before. I got to figure out what's making it do that. I have it on the stand. I got the little connector. I don't know. But anywho, I appreciate you guys. It's going to be a fun fight night. I can't wait. It's going to be on ABC. And, yeah, we'll see what happens, you know. We shall see what happens. I can't wait to talk to you guys later. Peace.